I'm finally going to get around to starting the basement project to finish the basement, and we're going to start over on this side. And this weekend we cleaned everything out. I'm probably about 300 videos away from when we'll ever see some sheetrock on this. But anyway, we're going to start out all the way over here, and we're going to worry about this pipe later. I got a couple ideas how I could hide that behind. But to give you an idea what this space looked like before, we'll go to this side of the basement, and that mess, that's what it looked like. So a lot of this stuff we threw out to the dumpster, gave some stuff away to people who could use it. Any garbage I got rid of. Okay, so here's the stairs coming down, and then it'll go off to this side. And I'll sheetrock the whole thing, and eventually we'll put the workout equipment here. We're going to have to build the soffit up there. And then these wires are another thing, because eventually, if there's going to be a whole wall there, actually I don't think there will be a wall there, but there will be somewhere here. All these paint cans and everything have to come down. I think I'll take all the wire and attach them to the top of the joists, and then when we put the drop ceiling in, they'll be hitting. This way I could use that whole board for a place for sheetrock. And today, well, it took me all weekend basically to clear out this space and get it cleaned up. But I did put these little cross members in on the joists, so we have somewhere to attach a wall. So in other words, when the wall is eventually built, and then there will be a piece across the top there, it'll have to need a place to attach. You see, because they can't get it all the way to the wall because of the pipe. And I didn't want to come out so far to grab the next one. Well, that's about it for now. I got my workstation set up. I haven't even made a trip to get some 2x4s yet. This is just a little bit of lumber that I had laying around in the crawl space. Oh, take a picture of the crawl space. Oh, here's all the Christmas boxes. That'll stay as storage. I think along this whole area I'll drop a wall to separate the two. And then the crawl space back here, put some light on. I threw a lot of stuff back here. A lot of our summer stuff goes here. But you see this wall eventually, you can see where I chiseled it out. Originally the wall came up to here and went across. So it was really hard to climb into it if I wanted to use it for storage. So I rented a hammer drill, or rotary hammer, one of those big, basically it was a jackhammer, and I chiseled that away. That was a couple of years ago I did that. And that's it. Hopefully we can clean this mess up. A little update along the way here. So we got all the tools we needed. We got some more lumber. I moved my workstation over to this wall because I decided I'm going to start here. The way I decided I was going to deal with this with pipe here, I'm just going to frame out a wall underneath, which we did here on the floor. And by the way, this nail gun that I'm using 3 1/4 inch framing nails with, this thing is tremendous. Tremendous. I mean, after it took me longer to make the cuts accurate and everything and lay everything out, but once I've hammered those nails in, two on each stud on each end, it took me 5 minutes to do that whole wall. So I'm going to put the wall here. It'll come up underneath the pipe. I already put my pressure treated lumber down, and that is nailed down with the concrete nails with the ram set tool that I used, with the 22 gauge gunpowder loads. So that's all set in. It'll be a double wall plate on the bottom. That way, because I'm going to have a thick floor, this will be my workout area. We're going to have a couple pieces of plywood down, and then if I want to attach molding, it's going to come up higher. So I'm going to have the double wall plate. It'll come out here, and then what I'll do, we'll see it more when I build it out, but I'm going to build out some 2x4s off to the side from the wall, and then go straight up there and attach it at the joists. And we'll see how that comes out. But for now, I want to stand this wall up and get that in place, and we'll give an update a little bit later on. Okay, I got the first wall up, and so you can see what I did here was I just built the wall from the floor to the bottom of the pipe. Then I put another piece in across, so I would have something for these to attach to. Then I put the little studs, turn them around sideways, so again I wouldn't lose too much more wall, and put the ceiling plate in, plumbed up the top, plumbed up the bottom. It wanted to bend in a little at this point, so I put a little brace back here, and I'll probably do that throughout a little bit. If I feel that's not sufficient enough, I will drill into the concrete here. I'll put an anchor in so I can attach to the side of the stud, but I don't think it'll be necessary. And everything's plumb, everything's straight. It's all hammered and nailed into the joists up top and down below. And that's wall number one. I'll continue it on here. I'll mark where this cutout is, where the blowout is for the line, and maybe put like a little vent so I could access it once everything's sheetrocked. And step one is pretty much done here. Okay, so it's time for a little update. Today is December 22nd, and we got this sidewall all done. And I showed how I framed out the pipe up top, and we'll put sheetrock over that to hide the pipe. We have this heating vent here that I might have to soften out a little bit more, or I may just keep it exposed. Haven't decided yet, but the integrity of the wall is up, and I'll finish that up. I have to soffit this area of the pipe out still. I'll just toenail those in. And then we put this back wall in. Behind there will continue to be the storage, as you see. Coming around to the side here, this will be a doorway. What was happening, I was noticing that the 22 caliber loads were cracking the concrete a little bit. Some of them were holding good, some of them weren't, so now I'm using adhesive. That's why I have the weights on there, because I'm going to stud out an area there from the ceiling to the bottom, and then there will be an opening here, door. It'll be a 32-inch door, so I'll have a little double stud, like a jack stud, up against the lolly column here, and while I'm waiting for that adhesive to dry, I put a pressure treated down for this back wall. I'm going to do the same thing. It seems like the anchors, the concrete anchors with the 22 caliber loads, were doing better along the walls. I probably would have been okay here, but I figure why not just double it up. So I put the construction adhesive down, laid the pressure treated 2x4 there, which I measured, which will be perfectly plumb with the wall here. It'll completely hide this pipe. I'm not going to soffit out this pipe. I'm just going to, lose that little extra wall. As you can see, I'm a little bit off the wall there, so that'll come straight up. And that's about where we stand now. I got some more of the lumber in. It's stacked up neatly behind my workstation. I got to keep moving the workstation according to what area I'm doing. But again, let's step back a little, take it all in. So again, back wall. A lot of these studs are just laying up against it. They're not doing anything. It's not like I'm holding the wall up with that. Everything is nailed in. They're all solid. These are just pieces that I've cut that are going to go in other areas. But you see, the walls are all solid. That's where I stand right now.